Major German media have just reported this news, which is pretty shocking. But to be honest, if you've been watching this channel, it wouldn't surprise you at all. The German economy is in the grip of a deep crisis with dramatic consequences for hundreds of thousands of employees. That's verbatim, straight from Bild. The automotive industry has been hit particularly hard, with 45,400 jobs lost there within the last, less than 1 year. 45,400 jobs. This is shown by a new analysis by the auditing firm EY, which was made available to the German press agency within the last 2 days. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. We've reported on the channel here quite a few times, or I have. The German economy is in crisis. Strangely, we don't hear about this stuff in Australia at all. We don't hear about this stuff. I don't think you guys hear about it in the United States. But the automotive industry in Japan and in Germany is under enormous threat. As a result, hundreds of thousands of jobs will be lost. This is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the beginning. Overall, says EY Consulting, the industry has lost 101,000 jobs nationwide, a decline of around 2%. But it gets worse. Industry experts expect another 70,000 jobs to be eliminated by the end of the year. Another 70,000 have to go, they say. Why? Well, Geely's CEO, XPeng CEO are saying it. They're saying there is massive overcapacity worldwide. Essentially, what's happened is there's been an enormous rise in the automotive industry in China. The automotive industry worldwide, it's a zero-sum game. You start building all these extra factories, then the other ones have to go. And the other ones are owned by legacy automakers, by the Volkswagen Group, by Nissan, by Mazda, Subaru, many car companies, even European brands, Audi. They're under obviously immense pressure, Mercedes-Benz as well. So this is going to have immense ramifications on Germany's economy and on the economy of Japan. Not just, the automotive industry is responsible. They say one direct automotive industry job is responsible for 10 additional jobs in the economy in that country. And that is why a lot of Australians have always questioned, why did Australia's government, why did they put in literally billions of dollars into trying to keep an automotive industry here in Australia? That's the key reason. That's why they were doing it anyway. Jan Brohai-Kilke of EY says this. He warned aggressive competitors such as those from China are pushing down prices. Important sales markets are weakening. Demand in Europe is stagnating at a low level, and the entire American market is a big question mark. At the same time, companies are struggling with high costs, especially in Europe, in particular in Germany. He said, for example, for energy and personnel costs in Germany are extremely high. It's more expensive to make a car in Germany than any other country in the world by a pretty wide margin. As a result, Germany as a business location is in danger. Things are crumbling in other sectors in Germany as well, says Bild. More than 4% of jobs have been lost in the textile and metal industries. Only the chemical and pharmaceutical sectors have so far escaped relatively unscathed, but that could change this year as well. The job crisis is sparking new concerns about Germany as a manufacturing location. Critics are already talking about creeping deindustrialization. Yet, in the long term, employment has, as you can imagine, it's gone down in Germany this year. Now, EY, they are saying something has to improve. They're saying bureaucracy is a massive problem in Germany. Costs are a huge problem. And what this means is that more jobs will be lost. It's inevitable. The automotive industry is also calling very loudly for political reforms. VDA President Hildegard Müller, basically the automotive industry president in Germany, said this: competitiveness and attractiveness as a location must therefore be the guiding principles of the new federal government, because the fact is, these factors determine where and to what extent investments are made, and thus also where future jobs will be created. Well, I don't know about you, but if you'd interview the CEO of Rethink X, which is Tony Sieber's organization, as I did last week, you'd start to think to yourself, well, okay, this is just a tiny fraction of the jobs that are going to be lost. Automation, robotics will actually mean the West will lose. Most jobs will be gone within the next, really, within the next 15 to 20 years, most jobs. This is going to be an enormous change, an enormous disruptions happening, not just the automotive industry, but all industries worldwide. And I'll be talking about those issues on the channel here. If you want to see my interview with the CEO of Rethink X, I'll put a link in the description that is up on our member section of the channel. Thanks for supporting us. I appreciate it. And I'll see you again. Bye-bye. 4 former Volkswagen executives, managers of the company are likely heading to jail. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. A German court has convicted 4 former Volkswagen managers of fraud and given 2 of them prison sentences for their part in the Dieselgate emissions test cheating scandal that erupted almost a decade ago. And to be honest, the Volkswagen Group are still in court in the UK and I believe somewhere else as well for this scandal, which has gone on for years. It's cost the company obviously many, many billions of dollars. The former head of development, Hans Jacob Neseur, received a suspended jail term of 1 year and 3 months from the court in the city of Braunschweig, according to the news agency Bloomberg. A former head of Drive Electronics, named only as Hanno J., was given a sentence of 2 years and 7 months. The heaviest sentence of 4 years and 6 months, so 4.5 years, was given to the former head of diesel motor development, Jens H., while the 4th defendant was given a suspended sentence of 1 year and 10 months. The defendants can appeal against the rulings. So as you can see, the longest sentence was 4.5 years to the head of diesel motor development. I find it interesting that apparently the people above these guys didn't know or aren't going to jail. That seems to me to be a little fishy, put it that way. The scandal began in September 2015 when the US Environmental Protection Agency issued a notice of violation saying Volkswagen had rigged engine control software that enabled diesel cars to pass emissions tests while emitting far more pollution in actual driving. To be fair, I should point out that numerous companies have been convicted of similar things, just not to the same extent over the past 10 years, including Toyota. The company has paid more than $33 billion, that's US dollars, around 24 billion pounds, in fines and compensation to vehicle owners. In total, it's cost them about $50 billion.